it's already perfect. Well, it seems to be really, really good now. Well, so just a reminder, in the end of this live, if you can save the video, because it will show you the options, if you can save it and send it to me later, I can publish on my Instagram as well. That would be great.
All right. I will do that.
Great, okay. Well, for us to get started, would you like to start by introducing yourself and telling me a little bit about you? And then I will translate it to Portuguese so that the people watching from Brazil can understand it better. And then we can keep on going to the questions. Would that be okay?
Yeah, it's okay.
Great.
Hello,
all right.
everyone. I'm Barakat Adiyonju. I'm a lawyer by profession. I've been practicing for 2 years, and then my area of expertise is litigation, arbitration, real estate, and the likes like that. Then my hobbies are playing football and reading. Yeah, that's it.
Great, ok. I'll translate it then. Então, né, saudações, pessoal, né? Já sou advogada fazem 2 anos, ela acabou de comentar, e minhas áreas especiais de especialização são na me perdi. Na arbitragem, na mediação, e também faço litigância. All right. And I was thinking, here in Brazil, when we finish high school, we go straight into law school. We can go straight into the bachelor's of law. How does that work in your country? Do you need to do a test to go into law school? Like, how does that work for you?
Well, it's the same thing over here. We go straight to law school. After you've passed your subjects and then you have the necessary grades for law school, then you are certified to go.
Ok. Então, a mesma coisa que aqui no Brasil, depois de terminar o ensino médio, você já pode ir direto para a faculdade de Direito. And how long does law school take in your country?
It's a year.
Sorry?
A year.
One? Okay. All right.
1 year. Yeah, wow. 1 year.
So, okay, great.
Law school, 1 year. After the 5 years, you just go to law school for 1 year.
Okay. And do you have to have a bachelor's degree before law school?
Yes. The university, you get your bachelor's degree and then you go to law school. It's part of the requirements before you can go to law school.
Ok. Então, na verdade, eu acabei entendendo um pouco equivocadamente antes, quando eu falei do ensino médio, né? Você tem que já ter um bacharelado de 5 anos para depois ir para a escola de Direito, e dura apenas 1 ano. And was your bachelor's already related to law or to legal studies? What did you study for a bachelor's?
It's for law, straight up.
Ok. Então já estudava law, já estudava direito por 5 anos, e aí depois mais 1 ano de direito ainda. And do you have like a bar association? What are the requirements to become a lawyer?
Well, after you've passed your courses in the Nigerian law school, you are certified to be a lawyer. You've been called to the Nigerian bar. After passing your exams, you've been called to the bar then. The call to bar is certifying you as a lawyer. The ceremony, after the ceremony, you become a lawyer.
Ok, nice. Então, depois que você termina a faculdade, aparentemente não tem uma prova, né? Você já vai direto para uma cerimônia da Associação dos Advogados da Nigéria, que vai certificar você na corte como advogado. And do you have different kinds of lawyers in your country? Like, you know how some countries have solicitors, barristers? Do everybody can do the same thing? How does that work?
Well, here, the moment you are called to the Nigerian bar and you are certified as a lawyer in Nigeria, you can practice either as a barrister or as a solicitor.
Okay. And do you practice as both? What do you specifically do?
Well, we practice you can act as both as a lawyer, you can go to court, and you can also act as a solicitor. So there's no difference between the two. The moment you are called to the bar, you can be a barrister. You're already a barrister and a solicitor. both.
Oh, understood 100% now. Ok. Então, depois que você é certificado, né, pela Associação dos Advogados da Nigéria, você já está liberado para praticar direito em todas as esferas. Não é como alguns países que tem, né, que você tem que ser um solicitor ou que você tem barrister. Então, é tudo. Você pode ser um advogado que faz todas essas coisas, né, semelhante aqui no Brasil. Here in Brazil, also, once you become a lawyer or attorney, you can do it all. It doesn't have any difference. So it's very similar to Nigeria.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, here in Brazil, we have the law school course. It's the same course for everybody. It doesn't have like a lot of electives or areas of specialization that you can go through. I was thinking, how does that work in Nigeria? Do you have specific requirements? How does that work?
For Nigerian law school,
Yeah.
it's the same thing. 5 subjects for everybody. Throughout the entire country. Everybody, same subject.
Ok, so it's the same thing here in Brazil. Mesma coisa que aqui no Brasil, né? Todo mundo estuda as mesmas matérias, né? São as matérias obrigatórias. E você acaba não tendo essa opção de eletivas, né? Como algumas universidades acabam tendo em outros países que eu já entrevistei. Nice. That's very interesting, and it's so cool to see how we have these similarities, even being so far away, right?
Of course.
It's great. I was thinking also, what time is it right now in Nigeria?
Well, it's 7 o'clock.
7 o'clock. Okay. It's 3 p.m. here in Brazil.
Yeah, I think the 4-hour difference.
Pretty cool. All right. Hello, somebody just sent in the comments. So welcome to the live. It's great to have people watching it here. And we're just discussing legal studies in Nigeria and in Brazil to see what are some similarities, what are some differences. So I was thinking, do you have any questions about how to become a lawyer in Brazil or the differences between our systems?
Yeah, I have a question, a very important one at that. What are the qualifications of what does an international lawyer need to practice?
That's a very good question, right? So what I have been researching, it's quite interesting because I have been trying to research and talk to lawyers everywhere in the world, and it seems like the only country that is very open, or one of the only countries that I have researched thus far that's very open to any lawyer from any nationality is the United States. So once you go to law school or once you get admitted into the bar in the United States, it seems like you can practice pretty much anywhere in the world. Many people and many companies will accept your United States bar as something good enough to be able to work in different councils, to be able to work in companies. But yet, many countries, like China, for example, you can only be a lawyer there if you are national. So you can't go from your country to China and be a Chinese lawyer because you're not a citizen. But you can work for companies that provide service, so pretty much like a paralegal work or the work of bringing clients, closing deals, but not acting as a lawyer themselves. So it's interesting. It's a career that's not specifically designed in school.
Oh, okay. Thank you for that.
Yes, I'm learning a lot from people who are coming to these lives. So that's the only why that I know these things.
Okay.
Yes.
That's great.
It is. It has been a very good experience. And let me think what else are some important things to be thinking of. So during law school, are you required to do pro bono hours or internships? Is that a mandatory thing in your country?
Yes. 3 months externship.
Okay.
3 months.
Então tem que fazer 3 meses obrigatórios de estágio. Okay. And do you have to do it any time during your graduation, or is there a specific time?
There's a specific time for it. During the first half of law school.
Okay.
Like from March,
na primeira metade.
We resume law school.
Oh, sorry, you can go ahead.
Okay, we resume law school by, I think, September, October. Then by March, the following year, we have to go for compulsory externship, both court and chamber externship till June. Then you have to go back to school and prepare for the bar exam. That's pretty much it.
Okay. Oh, great. Okay. So here in my college, we also have this obligation, this mandatory. In our case, it's an internship, and it's inside the university where we get to talk with the community and help with their legal needs. So people who can't pay for a lawyer would go to our university, and then we will be able to help them with this legal counseling.
Oh, that's great.
Mm-hmm. It's quite a nice experience to help that out. I just started my mandatory internship, so I haven't had the chance to talk with people yet because of the COVID and everything else. So our classes are through the computer for now.
Okay. That's really great. It's a new experience for you.
Yes, it has been interesting. And how is the judiciary system working in your country now that we have the pandemic? Can you go to court? Do you need to wear a mask? Do you do it over the computer? How is it working for you?
We still go to court. You have to wear your face mask or your face shield. And also you have to take along your hand sanitizers. And then in court, we practice social distancing in court. So many lawyers cannot go into court at once. You have to give yourself space. So you won't infect yourself and the judge. And the case can go smoothly.
Wow. Okay. That's very, very interesting. Here in Santa Catarina, the state where I live in Brazil, our judiciary is closed. So people are all working from home, and the lawyers need to send their things online. They are not having in-person things yet. They only have over the video, over the computer.
Okay.
Que interessante, olha só. Na Nigéria, eles já estão tendo cortes presenciais mesmo no meio da pandemia, né? Estão tendo audiências e tudo mais. E aí ela comentou que tem que levar, né? Tem que usar o face mask, né? A máscara, o face shield. E tem distanciamento social e cada advogado tem que levar o seu próprio álcool para passar nas mãos, né? É bem interessante isso. Wow, that's amazing. And I think that probably it's going to come back soon here in Brazil. We just, I think we are the second ones in the world with the most deaths because of the pandemic, but I hope that things will get better. Mm-hmm.
It's really sad. We are all praying for the world.
Yeah.
It was all go to an end. It was an end.
Mm-hmm. It is, yes, definitely. Well, I think that those are the most important questions to ask. And I think that it's pretty much it that I had in mind. I don't know if you have anything else that you'd like to be sharing or something that is important to you about your law.
Well, the experience has been pretty exciting for me. I'm always happy whenever I go to court, even during the pandemic. Although I'm not happy about the pandemic, but I'm still happy that I'm practicing. The joy that comes from your clients, seeing the fact that you're representing them and then you're doing what they ask you to do, and then they are getting results. So it's pretty much interesting for me. I've always loved law right from day one, right from when I was very small. The dress code dragged me into it, the black and white, the almighty black and white, like I call it. So as time goes on, and then I learned a lot of things about how lawyers behave, what they do, how they represent. Although I've always had interest in representing the poor. It started from home against my siblings, my older siblings. They tried to frustrate me at home, and then I exercised my right against them. So that's... pretty much the experience.
Wow. And by what I noticed in your pictures, do you need to wear like a wig when you go to court?
Yeah, you have to be fully robed. Shrouded.
Okay, that's interesting because it's not a common practice here. Então, lá na Nigéria também eles têm que usar uma roupa completa, né, quando eles vão para a corte. E um dos itens dessa vestimenta, né, que ela falou que chama de Almighty Black and White, é uma peruca que você usa por cima da cabeça também para quando vai participar de alguma coisa na corte. Então acho que é algo bem interessante também, diferente. Yes, that is incredible. Here you can only, if you're a lawyer, you can just wear a suit and that's enough. And I think it's much more beautiful when you have to wear, you know, the entire thing. It's quite nice.
Yeah, it gives you a sense of pride.
Right? Yeah.
You feel different.
I'm sure. It makes sense. It gives you the burden of responsibility as well, I'm sure.
You feel on top of the world, you know, holding it and then feeling different. In fact, you just be, you know, feeling on top of the world.
Very nice, very nice. Well, I think that's pretty much it for today. Thank you so much for taking the time to answer these questions for me. And